This is the story of a woman whose husband got a 14-year-old girl they offered to help pregnant. She writes, I run a food business which requires a lot of helping hands here in Accra. I have a total of 30 young ladies and 5 men who work for me. I try as much as I can to still perform my duties as a wife and a mother to my husband and kids. Sometimes, I don't get enough time, especially for the children. I do all the cooking and cleaning, but I don't return early from work, and so does their father. So I had to get us a house help who could assist them in the house after school especially. Initially, we wanted someone who will come at 4 p.m. when they close from school and leave at 8 p.m. That's when either myself or my husband is back. We wanted a literate who will be able to teach them their homeworks and make sure they take dinner and bath. Just that. During our search, someone recommended a 14-year-old girl for us. According to the person, she is a very brilliant girl in JHS 2, but her parents are deceased, so she is struggling with accommodation and all those stuff. I wasn't sure about her, but I agreed to meet the kid, and she was indeed smart. She acted mature too, so I decided that we employ her, not as a maid, but more like our own child. We weren't paying her. Our children are only 8 years and 6 years old. She can handle their homework and make sure they are fed and all that, so she was equally fit for the job. We enrolled her in the same school with our kids and they were doing well together. In fact, I saw a lot of changes in my home within the first 2 months. The girl is good. My kids improved academically. They did most of their homeworks on their own and all that. She also made sure the house was always in order even before I returned. I do the cooking and everything. All she needed to do was serve herself and the kids. I often return before my husband, so I take care of him myself. He leaves before me as well, so it wasn't like my husband lacked something I wasn't doing. I don't know how to say this, but I will say it regardless. I can't cover for him. Kweku, my husband got the 14-year kid pregnant. The girl has been acting all weird for some weeks now. I noticed and asked her if she was fine, and she said she was. I had a call from her school and it was the same thing. Her teacher claimed she was acting very dull and sick, so they think I should send her to the hospital. I never thought it could be pregnancy. We left home early on one of the days to pass by the hospital before they go to school, and she did some labs which included a pregnancy test. I came for the test later that afternoon and he confirmed that she was pregnant. I was very angry. I never thought it was my husband because they are barely even home together. My husband leaves before me and I most often return before him. I rushed to her school to find out who was responsible. I even had in mind to send her away, but when she said it was my husband, I froze. I had goosebumps all over me. I couldn't believe it. I took them all from school that afternoon to my husband's office. I insisted he closes immediately and we all go home. When we got home, I interrogated them both and my husband admitted the kid was right. This child is only 14 years old. My husband is 39 and capable of being her father. She is a needy child whom we are helping as she helps us. If this goes out, my husband could get jailed. I don't even know what to do right now. She is too young for an abortion and she is equally too young to deliver. I spoke to a doctor and he said she can keep the baby, but I am not sure I want any of these. I can't live with my husband and this kid all together. I don't know what will happen to me, but I can't take it. It's still a secret. I haven't told anyone yet, and the girl isn't going to school yet. Right now, we are all living in the house like strangers. My husband has really disappointed me. Maybe I will let the girl have the child and further her education because I can't let this be the reason her future is destroyed. I just don't really know if I am doing the right thing. I keep wondering, what if she dies as a result of this? My husband and I get into trouble. I can't just report him to the police either. Please, I really need your help. Now my question is, do you think this woman wouldn't go to the police if this was her daughter? I feel like she doesn't want to go to the police because the man is the husband and the girl is just someone they know. They just want to keep the whole thing hidden. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Remember to subscribe.